All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. It's been a long time. I think the last time we were here, the Thunder just won the championship. So, welcome back. It's football season, and I am here with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the multi-time flag football champion, Daniel. What's going on?
What's going on, Car?
Hey,
Football season.
it's time.
So
It's
now I gotta
time.
start shouting out my boys. Shout out my boys. Hook
Ah,
them horns. We're gonna see them. We're gonna see them.
when does college start,
But
man?
no, I'm back. Week zero is about 2.5 weeks, right? Because it's like 5 games. I know K State play Iowa State. KU plays Fresno.
Yep. August 23rd.
And
3 weeks.
yeah, oh damn, 3 weeks.
Hey, it works.
Yeah,
We got preseason
I mean
next week. Preseason shit starts next week.
today.
Well, technically today. You're right. I don't never count this game because it's always weird. They played a fifth string, like they
I count
barely
it because it's the
playing.
first time we seen something new other than
Yeah,
reruns.
but it's more like a live practice than it is like a game. But you're right. It's still
Right.
NFL football action with NFL players. So we can count it. But yeah, so today we're gonna go through leading up to the NFL season. We're gonna go through the AFC teams. We're gonna go through the NFC teams, and then that'll give us a couple weeks, and then we'll start actually giving off some rankings, hot takes, all the usual podcast, TV show shit that
Right.
you got to do. But right now, we're just dipping our toes in the water. We're just taking the easy, nice little easy steps
None,
into.
none, none of these takes are set in stone yet,
No,
unless we say it is.
these are just us, Oops, shit, hold on. These are just us building up. We're just building up our knowledge. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's all it is.
So right now we're just gonna go through. Right now we're just gonna go through one team at a time.
Ooh, c- shout McLaren just requested a trade.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Commanders confirmed Terry McLaren has requested a trade.
I mean, he been sitting out.
And this is live on TV, y'all. I ain't like it. This ain't like I got some connect in my phone right now. Like this is live on TV.
That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense though. He been sitting out. He was complaining.
Why would they do that with Jaden Daniels though?
That's
Like you
crazy.
need him. You need him to have his receiver, right?
Just pay him. Yeah. Is that what he? Is that what it is? Just he wants paid, right?
Yeah, he just want to be paid.
Just pay Terry McLaurin. But
Right. Just
oh man, that's crazy though. But we'll get to some NFC teams because that means hey, shit's shaking.
I hope they don't think because signing Debo they can trade him. I hope that's not a thought in anybody's
Please.
mind there. Like we
Yeah.
signed Debo so we can let him go.
We
Like,
don't need McLaurin.
right. Like
Please.
everybody knows you need two receivers nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm. Shit. You
All
damn
right,
near
we
need
can start.
three.
We can start. That just no. You need three if your quarterback is like Geno Smith
Average.
or some
Yeah.
shit like that. Or
Okay.
you would say Alex Smith,
There you go. Perfect example of the most average quarterback of all time. That's beside. We're not doing
the
that.
best average quarterback of all time.
You know what? I'll agree with that. The best average quarterback of all time. That's
Here we go. Did
there.
we meet in the middle?
It took 2 years.
Did we finally found that? No, it took us longer than 2 years.
You're right.
We've been arguing about this since.
There's like 10 years, damn near, of fucking of doing having this argument. But all right. So we're doing AFC teams. I set up some tiers to go through. Actually, let me also pull up my little list of ratings. So I have the tiers, the teams ranked and put into tiers, and we're just gonna go from the top to the bottom, go over the roster, go over some of the roster changes, and I guess right now, like kind of who we're looking forward to seeing in the preseason. So, some of the second round, third round guys, maybe if you can, if you have any on different teams that you're excited about. Not a lot. I think I ended up writing down maybe like 8. So then there's teams where I don't have one.
Uh, I'll probably just go off. I don't
Yeah.
take notes. I just go off the dome.
So let's get started.
Carve. Everybody don't know. Carve be deep diving. I just be talking.
That's the perfect setup, though. So, all right. So what I did was I broke the teams down into what is this? 5, 6, whatever. So, I rated quarterback, offense, defense, coach, quality of wins last year, and strength of schedule this year. Out of 10, 1 through 10. And just to put everything into perspective, because of the quality of the schedules, and this only being the AFC side, the highest rated team got an 8 or got a 7 out of 10 in total. And that was the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
And well, here,
It's always the Chiefs.
let me do this. The tier is I named the tier the Game of
Well, the
Thrones.
thing, but that because you also got to think every year they got a first place schedule, and
Mm-hmm.
every year they only lose 3 games, which
Mm-hmm.
means their quality of wins is always going to be higher than everybody else's because they played all the teams that
Mm-hmm.
played the playoffs last year.
Yep.
That's what people don't understand. They got a first place schedule. It's the same thing with this year.
Yep.
So we go 15-2, 14-3. Our quality of wins is
Yep.
still going to be higher than everybody.
Yep. And here's the other thing: the strength of schedule works backwards, so you get a lower rating for a better strength of schedule. So they have the lowest strength of schedule rating and the highest quality of wins. So it evens out. So it almost cancels itself. If I take away the scheduling rating, which I also did, they got an
Right.
8.25 out of 10. Quarterback, offense, defense, coach, with defense being the worst rating they got. That's 6. But the first tier, I'll just give you the first tier, and then we'll go back and look over the Chiefs roster and stuff. The first tier is Game of Thrones, and it's Game of Thrones because in the Game of Thrones, either you win or you die. Famous line. And it's Chiefs, Ravens, Bills. They're the only teams in my little rating system that got a 6 or higher with the scheduling thing. And then if you take the
But
scheduling out, it's 7 or higher.
well, well, the thing about it is those are 3 best
Those are
teams
3 best teams.
arguably in
Yeah.
the league.
Easy,
So I
yeah.
get it. Like this, there's no surprise with that. With that, yeah.
Yep.
It's like all those. Literally, when you say Super Bowl or bust, if neither of those teams make it to the or win that, not the Chiefs are on a Super Bowl win or bust tier right now.
Yeah.
But the other two, if they don't make it to the Super Bowl, then it's always like, how can we get back to the Super Bowl? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing else. Super Bowl literally or bust.
Yep, those are the teams. So we can start with the Chiefs roster. I mean, everything's pretty much the same.
But
Everything's pretty much the same.
what do we? I mean, if we do talk football throughout the times where there's no football, it's always Chiefs updates.
Of
So it's
course.
just like, what else do you want us to say? Pat still Pat. Trav coming out. I think he's going to be more energized this year. I think he noticed how now I won't say this is lackadaisical the effort of last year, but it wasn't normal Trav last year.
Yeah.
So I think he's kind of going to come back out with a little bit more old Trav swag. Chris Jones, Chris Jones, as long as he's healthy on the field, he's always going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I think McDuff. So, I mean, what are we? Coach is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
The O line is what we're waiting for. The rookie that we've been getting,
Josh
little,
Simmons.
Yeah,
Yep.
little hits and videos and everything of is the real question. Because if he can really be as good as what they're saying,
That's
then
going to be the major difference because really
Pat getting, man,
there's
if he
no
can sit in that
difference.
pot, a lot of people say, it's not. But if he's sitting in the pot, and the receivers,
yeah, receivers, yeah, Rasheed Rice back.
because
Hollywood, not
Yeah, I
he's
mean, we
already
think
hurt.
it's for a million, right?
Hollywood,
But you
God
got
damn it.
Xavier Roy. I mean, Trey, Juju,
They ran it back,
Remigio look
really.
like he's trying to do something. Thornton, I heard Thornton was doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Jalen Royal was even getting reps with
Yeah.
the ones.
He's got the
And
most
if you look at
receptions.
Jalen Royal and Rasheed Rice, if you look at Jalen Royal and Rasheed Rice with no number, you think they're the same player. That's
Basically, yeah.
how literally they're built.
Mm-hmm. He's a little smaller. That's it. But just barely smaller.
Yeah, but Rasheed Rice is 6'2", Jalen Warrior is 5'11", but they weigh the same.
True,
So
yeah.
take a little bit height off.
So yeah, we talking about the biggest transactions
But
were Josh Simmons or additions. Josh Simmons, Jalen Moore, Elijah Mitchell are the only people you don't even gonna think about that new that's gonna
and
play.
Elijah Mitchell might not even make the roster. Elijah Mitchell might not even make the roster
Now he is. He's going
because
to.
people forget. I don't know because our seventh round draft pick, Brashad Smith, which
Yeah,
is a running back,
but if you've been looking at
which
the
I
training camp
think.
stuff, they saying he's excelling in pass protection. So you know how Andy Reid is. If you can pass protect as a running back, you're gonna get a
Oh well, yeah.
lot of snaps.
Uh, Yeah, and Elijah Mitchell came, if you're not from the 49ers,
Yep.
which running backs have to know how to pass protect. Like, so
That's
I
what
knew
he's
he was
gonna
going
be
to be
there
good at
for,
that.
basically. But the good sign
If I'm
is
not mistaken, didn't Jaron McKinnon came from the 49ers system? I mean, he played in that system a little bit too, didn't
I don't know.
McKinnon?
He came from the
I think he
Vikings,
did.
but I
But
don't
he went to
remember.
the 49ers, then he came to us,
Okay, I don't
I
remember.
thought.
I don't remember. I have to look it
I
up.
might
Hold
think
on.
if so, then
But that's what they
I
saying.
thought he played for the
Brashard
49ers
Smith
for
looks
like.
like Jerick McKinnon, bro, because he's playing with the ones in
Yeah,
the red zone. That's what they. So you might be right. He might get a little more tick
yeah,
than
yeah.
Mitchell
I was
anyway.
right when we drafted. You know how I knew that? Because I watched him at SMU. Like I used to put money on Brashad Smith. That's how I know. It's just like,
Jerick McKinnon. Let's see. Yeah, he played there for 1 year, 2020. Then we brought him in.
yeah, because we he played the year we beat him in the Super Bowl.
Yep, yep. That's crazy. So yeah, but yeah, nothing really stands out. Any of the young guys, any of the draft picks that stand out on the team that that you're looking forward
I
to
just said
seeing in the
Brashad.
preseason?
I've been Jalen Royal, the tackle, and Brashad Smith has always
Yeah,
been the one that's on my list. Those are
I
the
don't
three.
think Simmons probably won't play that much. He'll probably play however long the starters play. That he'll part of a
Oh,
quarter.
he wasn't on my watching the preseason list. He was on my. I know he was gonna be. We don't draft somebody 32nd pick of the draft and think he's not gonna start day one.
Yeah, man, that's crazy though.
Like
That people really were like,
so,
he
like
might not play this whole year, and now he's gonna start day one.
yeah. So, and I've heard he be holding his own. Like we just need to
Mm-hmm.
see what it's like. Like if he can really be that, then be that. And then Jalen Royal, we just need him to get acclimated. That's it. And Rashad Smith, I always said he wasn't gonna start, but he might be in like the kick return, punt return type uh thing. You you might see him returning kicks in the preseason just to
Yeah.
see if he can do anything with it. We already know Remigio will probably be the starter because he did some things with it, but you never know the
So
scenario.
the only other one I had was Ashton Gelati,
Oh, the dude
the third
Simmons got
round.
into it with, yeah,
Yep,
the third
the
round
third round
from
pick.
Louisville.
He was
Yeah.
rated the third most athletic defensive lineman in the draft coming in. He got a 9. I don't know what it is. There's the relative athletic score. He almost got a
hmm
10 out of 10. He was in the 98th percentile of all time for defensive linemen. So he's one of them. And it was funny because when I went and watched the highlights again of him, it was so refreshing to see that we have a defensive end that beats tackles like around the edge and not just like pushes through them. Oh, it was so refreshing to know like, okay, we got somebody
I
that
mean,
might
we
be able to do it. Just run up the arc.
I mean, I feel like. Well, so you think Karlaftis is a push through DE rather than a get around?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think most of the time you see him win with power first, and then his second option is kind of like to get under you more than anything.
I think it's be. I really think it just depends on the quarterback we play. I think he's in the scheme. I think some of the times he has to push out. I don't know,
I think the way Spags has it all set up is like he wants those guys to be
physical.
yeah, to be more of like I'm pushing the line back just to affect the run game whenever, you know what I mean? And that's why a lot of the time it gets weird
Well,
on third
I don't
down.
think that. Well, yeah, on third down, but yeah, no, the July. I mean, yeah, any third. When I'm thinking defensive, like people I'm looking forward to affect our defense,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be like a first through third rounder. If you get picked up between the first and third round, I expect you to come in, Dave,
Mm-hmm.
start season one, not start season one, but at least have some type of
Yeah.
impact because that's what, or sometimes like do something. And I feel like we needed a DE, and he wasn't bad. I watched
Mm-hmm.
Louisville play; like he's a good player, but I, third round DEs is the only thing. Is just like I just want him to show something
But
because it's gonna be like,
that's why I picked him as
hey,
my preseason, like the player I'm looking forward to watch the most during the
yeah, it's like
preseason is him.
Karlaftis. What year? What draft? We drafted Karlaftis in the
The first round.
second round,
The first round.
first round.
Him and what's Trent McDuffie. That was the freshman
Oh yeah,
five draft, whatever, 2023.
yeah. So I mean, they signed him early for a reason. They was like, we about to get this guy
Yeah.
at a cheap price, even though Karlaftis. I mean, then he had a 10 sack season, but
Mm-hmm.
this Gelati dude.
It's just a
Uh,
speed rusher because look who else it is. You got
yes,
Mike
that's what I'm
Dana,
saying.
undersized. FAU is like the same thing as Karloftis. I guess he's kind of a in between power
I'm just
rusher,
trying
speed
to.
rusher,
I'm just trying to think the last
a mini Hugh.
speed rusher we had it on our things like what you
We
wouldn't
don't.
claim. Would you claim Tom? No, I'm just saying the last one in
No,
Chiefs,
no, Tom
the
Bottom, no.
era.
I would
Yeah, I would
say
say Jared Allen.
Jared Allen is like the most notable one. Yeah, like that's like starter number one guy. But like we don't. That's not really been a thing,
I
especially
would
for
say that.
this generation. Like the Andy Reid era, there's not speed Spags and them. Even
I
Sutton, that
guess if
wasn't a
you
thing
well, but I guess because speed rushers from the edge is not a thing anymore.
for us. No, but for
But
yeah, tell that to T.J. Watt.
but he's just
He's
a good
everything.
DE
Yeah, he's
because he
everything.
never said he's not just a speed
But
rusher. He's the
technically, he's not even a D. He's as an edge rusher. He's technically they're in a 3-4, so he's technically a linebacker. Which where that's where all that shit starts getting weird. We start getting into the weeds when you do that. But as an edge, I think it's just nice to have somebody that because who else? There's no Karloftis is not. Mike Dana is like kind of, but he's 6 foot tall.
you
Like
know.
FAU is in between. BJ Thompson had like a heart attack, so he's not going to play. And then it's Ashton
Yeah.
Gelati is right there. He'll be in the rotation like immediately,
Yeah,
basically.
he'll definitely be in there.
Oh, Minihue. That's what I keep forgetting. Charles Minihue. And he's a power rusher more than a speed rusher, too.
Right.
And then we drafted the, the where was he from? Omar Norman Lott, Tennessee. He was our second round pick, so that's a D tackle. So I think like the defensive line is going to be the preseason. That's where I'm going to be watching the most for the Chiefs is defensive line for sure, and then Jalen Royals and Brashad Smith and all that like the skills
Right.
next, and see if Josh Simmons plays. They probably play him at least a series, like to, to get his feet wet. I mean, the man ain't played a real contact football since
They gonna play him a
last
series whenever
September.
Pat play.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
mean.
when
Yeah.
if Pat play, he playing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. Who we got next? Ravens. Okay. I'm gonna try to avoid jumping out the window immediately at the John Harbaugh quotes about Lamar.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I don't know if you
I
heard
mean,
those.
I've heard it.
Okay, so we can just skip. We'll just pretend like we didn't hear that right now. Um,
Yeah.
so
I mean, I'm sure everybody heard it, but
they drafted 2 offensive tackles. They
makes sense.
added. I don't know. They didn't. They added Hopkins, wide receiver. If that does anything for you.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, they're kind of running it back too. I mean, they added Jair Alexander. They lost Geno Stone. Everything, they're roughly in the same boat as the Chiefs. Like, it kind of really didn't add a lot.
They doubling down on who they was last year
Yeah.
and seeing if we can make another push. And I mean, there's no way impossible they can get better running the ball, which they want to
Mm-hmm.
do because you have Lamar and
Yeah.
Derrick
Derrick
Henry.
Henry.
They tried to get better passing by adding D Hop, which I don't know how that's clarified as trying, but I guess anything's called trying if you try. But
Yeah.
so uh that likely's hurt for the first about 3 weeks, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's
like
like the biggest things for them is offensive line. They drafted 3 offensive linemen. So, like, that's really where somebody has to step up like on offensive line. Because remember,
yeah,
they
but
only keeping 2
I get that,
starters.
but oh, cause yeah,
Yeah,
because I was gonna say it's just like because last year offensive line was an issue, so
yep.
like
But they the way they had all this shit scheduled out, or like the contracts, they only kept 2. They kept Lindenbaum and Staley, and now you got now you're gonna play
that's
2 rookies and somebody that you just
two
signed.
tackles.
Like, yeah, no, 1 tackle. It'll only be 1.
I'm
But
about to say try running through the gap the whole
both
time. Ooh.
both guards though, both guards and one of your tackles. That's not a great to be handing it off to Derrick Henry straight up the middle. But yeah, the Ravens. They're the Ravens. They're really good. It's a really good team. It's one of the best teams
Yeah,
in the league.
I don't. They didn't make. The coach's quotes is the most we have to talk about with the Ravens, and it's just like it's a stupid conversation to have on this podcast because we both been saying the total opposite of what Jim Harbaugh just said
Yeah.
forever. Because that's literally if you watch football, the opposite of what he just said. It's like we're not going to do this. I'm not going to sit there. If you want to see what we said about Lamar, then just listen to all our old podcasts and stuff. Because I'm
Yes.
not going to sit here and just say, well, y'all know he's not the best passer or one of the best passers of the football in the NFL ever. Like he's not
We got
even
to
a
stop
top
doing
five
that.
in this
Yeah.
era. Like
This era,
well,
this
I hate when
season.
people, and then I hate when people bring stats because stats can be screwed based on
Talk about it.
not quality, quantity. Because there's like you can't say, well, Lamar, look at his stats, and then compare him to other people. Like their passing ratings are the same. Well, yeah, but Lamar's never passed for 500 yards over a year. He has 6 out of his 7 years. Lamar's done it never.
Mm-hmm.
And you trying to why is Patrick Mahomes' passing rating higher than Lamar's? And Lamar's never thrown for 500 attempts in a year, and Patrick Mahomes did it 6 out of 7 years, and his passing rating is still higher.
Yeah.
Like, can we say like? And then you gonna say he's one of the best passers to ever do it, and he got half the passes that somebody in front of him does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we doing? And then if you want, like Nick Wright said, if you want to just turn this into passing, because we not never gonna say we know Lamar's good. We're not saying he's not good, but to start comparing him with other passers of the football, you can start naming 20 quarterbacks you'd rather have.
Yeah.
Like, we're not about to do this, and
Well,
y'all making me do
well, here. Let's make
it.
it even more simple. Passing efficiency statistics can be skewed by the amount of attempts you throw or not, because it's as simple as if me and you flip
Or
coins and I flip the motherfucker 2 times. Let's say I flip it 4 times and it lands on heads twice. That's 50%, right? You
right,
flip it fucking 20 times and it lands on heads 9 times, 8 times,
Oh,
right? That's gonna
yeah.
be 45%. But guess what? Like you flipped it 20 times, but you landed on heads twice as much as I
Oh,
did. You see what I'm
but
saying?
but
But you have a
but
lower percentage, but
well, the
you
most
hit it more times. You hit heads 8 times, I hit it 4. It's
right.
two totally
But the
different
most
things.
common, and then the most common thing that people don't realize is when you want to just strictly talk about passing, then you can't bring up Lamar's running,
Which
and
people like to do a lot.
half of the reason why you can't compare it is because a lot of Lamar's passing is second off of his ability to run.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he was
8 in the
just a
box, so
pure
now I'm
passer,
throwing it one
if
on one
if
down the
if
field. Yeah.
if Lamar got, knock on wood, if something happened to him to where he couldn't be as effective at running, then he had to become a pure pocket passer. Now what are we talking about?
We talking about a guy who's good. He's really good, but he's not
So
a top
there,
5 quarterback anymore. Yeah.
no, because defenses play different. Defense react different off
Yes.
just like when people started realizing Patrick Mahomes can actually scramble.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first everybody thought he was just a pocket passer, so they played him as a pocket passer. And Patrick Mahomes was like, guess what? I can see everything, and I'm just gonna make it seem like I'm passing, and I'm gonna hit those running gaps. I think it's more scarier that a pocket passer knows when to run than a running quarterback throwing the ball.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
But didn't you know Lamar Jackson is the only quarterback that has a touchdown percentage over 6 and an interception ratio percentage under 2? Didn't you know that?
I don't care
Did
because
you
what
know
is that?
he's
That
so
and
efficient?
then he's the only quarterback that has that, and also the only quarterback that has that without a Super Bowl appearance.
There you go. Ta-da.
Oh, so
You summed it up perfect. There you go.
like, so what are we doing? Like,
That's crazy.
like it's like thank you. Like you can have that stat. You did that forever. So, but where's the hardware to come? The MVPs. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So that's an MVP stat. So long as
Yeah.
you have that stat, then you can say
You could
he's
be
an MVP,
you could be
right?
the
Lamar
MVP.
did it,
Yep.
but you can't say you a Super Bowl winning
Well, all this
quarterback.
goes back to 2 years ago when we said he shouldn't have won the MVP 2 years ago. And we wouldn't be having this
Correct.
conversation of is Lamar Jackson should be the MVP every single year unless
Right.
somebody drastically beats him, because if him throwing for 3,500 yards and running for 800 is the standard of MVP, he can do that every year
Every year.
forever.
Yeah.
Like
That's who he is.
that's what he, and we've had this argument where it's just this is what he does. He's not getting better. He's played more
He's
games,
staying the same.
and his statistics are what they are, which are amazing. I think that's where people get confused. They hear us do this,
Right.
and they think, "Oh, you think Lamar's bad?" It's like, no,
No.
he
I
could
love watching him
potentially
play.
end up being a top 10, top 5, depending on what
Who you
happens here
are.
going forward. He could end up being top 10, top 5 quarterback of all time. It just
Based
is
on
when, as a
just
player,
on being a player.
as a
Yes.
quarterback, not a passer,
Right.
as a player playing the quarterback position, he could
Position.
end
He
up
can be
being
top 10.
exactly. But when we say
Yes.
throwing the ball, that becomes a different argument. It's that simple.
Yes. Because but the crazy thing about it is it's like when people bring Lamar up throwing the ball and we go back to quarterbacks that throw the ball or throwing the ball stats, they always it's like they can't get it in their minds. Just like what look at his look at his action, look at these
Yeah,
percentages
they
and
want to
stuff.
talk
Just
about the
like
percentages, but not the counting
but you don't
stats.
understand. Right, but you don't understand. Like he threw it half as much as everybody we're talking about throwing the ball.
Yeah, which goes back to
Like
my quarter flipping thing. Is like if you flip it 20 times and I flip it 4, and we both, and you hit 45%, but I hit
right,
50%. Well, I only hit it twice, and you did it 8 times. You know what I mean? Like that's a
right,
big difference. If we're talking about a game where I throw the ball 50 times and you throw the ball 22 times, and we both go for 60%, that's two. I did a lot more. It was harder for me
right,
to do that, for me to throw it 50 times and not fuck up, versus you throwing it 20 times and not fucking up. It's just less
Right.
opportunity. It's higher ceiling opportunity for a better touchdown
Well,
percentage
and
and
then
passing interception the
okay,
opposite
so
way.
let's also be the bearer of bad news. Second to the tush push, which is the easiest thing to do to score a
We'll talk
touchdown.
about it next week. Yeah.
Yeah, which is the easiest thing to do in the goal line for a touchdown. You know what's the second easiest thing to do? Play action and Derrick Henry flip to one of your tight ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how you think a lot of, I mean, sorry, like, goal line, I'm play action to Derrick Henry, flip it to a tight end,
Yep.
or whoever else is cutting across the field, touchdown. Like, we got to stop counting the, like, he had 40 touchdowns and 3 picks, and just start looking at what the touchdowns were
Yeah.
to be like, oh, okay, that's because I guarantee you, I could play action to Derrick Henry and get somebody wide the fuck open in 2 seconds.
With 9 people in the box,
With
yeah.
it's
I
just like
bet.
it's just like what are we doing? What are we doing? And then if it's not a,
This is the
and then they
problem.
got to also worry about him holding the ball. So you got the back end of the defense not even doing nothing because they get ready for the play action fake and the sneak out rollout. So
Mm-hmm.
that back end's not doing nothing. The front end got to prepare for Derrick Henry to
Mm-hmm.
get the ball. So how many players does that league for the receivers coming across the field?
That's what I mean.
like,
Y'all playing one on one.
what are we doing? Like, it's basically,
Yeah, you just playing one on one
and
all
the
day.
quarterback, the second hardest position to play in league is DB.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, athletically, just what you doing out there,
Yeah.
snap after
And
snap is crazy.
you can't touch nobody as much no more. Like, it's hard to play DB.
And now you
So
saying
yeah,
you're one on one for 3 hours. Just 70 snaps. For 70 snaps, you basically about to be by
I'm sorry.
yourself.
Like, when I talk about that, like, stuff like that is what I look at. It's
Yes.
just like how, like, that's why
What
I'm
are you
the tush
doing?
push and that. Yeah, what are you doing as well?
Not
Just because you got
numbers.
40,
Yeah.
yeah, you got 40 touchdowns. Okay, was they really throwing out there? Like Patrick Mahomes' 50 touchdown season was remarkable because he was out there throwing that motherfucker everywhere.
Yeah.
Lamar, you would have to tell me, and I would have to look it up on Google if you told me he had 40 touchdowns. I'd be like, 40 what?
Mm-hmm.
Passing touchdowns? You got me fucked up. I ain't no, I ain't here throwing the ball like that. And then you look at the yards, 4,000. Like what? What the fuck was he shoveling and shit? And they taking it 99 yards? Like what are we doing? Like I'm sorry, I don't want to bag on it, but I'm just saying like some of that shit matters.
I mean,
I don't know to me.
we can. All right, I'm gonna go back real quick. Let's see. Hold on. This is
Was it 40? They
this.
say yeah, 41
Yeah,
touchdowns, right?
41. This is the
Yeah.
distance, the yardage distance in his touchdowns. 7, 12, 1, 9, 7, 14, 9, 27, 21, 20, 49, 13, 11, 14, 6, 40, 6, 5, 18, 84. I remember that one. 6, 3, 53, 7, 7, 11, 13, 4. So it's like, it's a lot of,
What are we doing?
it's here and there, man. Like, but the point is, Lamar will end up being one of the best quarterbacks of all time. That is a separate thing from being one of the best passers of all time. Why do we keep having to
Bro,
have this argument? I don't understand. That's it.
but you named about
They don't
30
equal
numbers,
up.
and I counted 3 touchdowns over 39 yards. His lowest one was
Is
39.
1, 2,
He's
3, 4, 5, 6 all year. He has 6 over 30
with
all year.
41 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, and 6 of them are over 30 yards. Yeah.
I stand corrected. Like you're
Well,
not gonna prove me
what?
nothing otherwise. Like,
How many?
well, I stand
It's
corrected.
been 2
Like,
years. I've said for 2
like
years
if
in the
you,
playoffs, let him throw the ball and you will win, right? And that's what teams do, and that's how you beat them.
this man,
Who else? What other quarterback can you say about that? Let Mahomes throw the ball however much he wants, and that's how we gonna win. let Joe Burrow throw the ball however, whenever that he wants to, and that's how we gonna win. No,
I
we
mean,
don't.
shit,
Come
he did
on.
against Denver and they lost. No,
Well, yeah, it happens, but it's like, come on,
yeah,
man.
it's a shootout though. Like
let's move
Mahomes with
on.
the Rams.
Yeah, boy, that shit was crazy. I need to go back and watch that again. So who was the Ravens
Bills.
in my ranking got a 6.5. So the Chiefs got like a 6.98. So I just said 7, and then the Ravens got a 6.6. They got a 7.7 without the schedule thing. So basically a .5 difference in rating. If anybody cares about that.
This is an efficient. This is a very efficient. You make this yourself.
Yeah.
See, everybody, Carb is. We don't need nuts. Carb is the machine. I just go off the machines.
I'm weak. But no, I just added. I just so like it's the I just added up quarterback, offense, defense, coach, quality, and I gave them 1 out of 10, and that's where it came. Yeah, they got a. Let me make sure it's exact. Yeah, 6.5. They got an 8, so it was only a .2 difference. So yeah, it's real close. Like I gave Lamar a 9. I gave Mahomes a 10. Like that's what we're talking about. Or that's the funniest
I
part
mean,
about that shit. Like we talking about you're in the.
I mean,
It's the same.
I guess that's kind of generous because the more I think about it, the more the Knicks quarterback we talking about. I like Lamar, but I kind of like him better.
Well, the Bills. I gave Josh Allen a 9 as well, and they had a rating of 6.5.
You said what?
They had a rating of their rating ended up being 6.5, which is only .1 difference between the Ravens and the Bills.
Mm.
And so it's like, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about that's the problem with Lamar, and we can get off Lamar. It's the margin of error between all these guys is very small. These are all really great teams.
Well,
and you're going up against somebody who no. My point is, you're going up against somebody who you can't make mistakes against. It's that simple. You're going, but 2 guys. You're going up against Josh and Mahomes and Burrow, and you can't make mistakes against those guys. And that's been Lamar's biggest thing.
Right.
Making mistakes, passing, and fumbling the ball in the playoffs. Like, that's it. The Bills. Bills are in a similar spot. Like, what they've done is just kind of blah. It's cool.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks because they do have to go against Mahomes, and we are Kansas City Chiefs fans, and it's just like,
if I wasn't a Chiefs fan, I would probably root for Lamar the same, not the same way, but like more than I do.
Everybody, y'all don't understand. As Chiefs fans, we hate it. You know how long it took for me to get the Brady stuff and respect Brady and all his greatness was when we got Mahomes.
Yes, exactly. Oh, didn't you know that the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes had his worst year last year? He had his worst year of his career last year. He's fallen off. They won 15 games, went to the Super Bowl. He's fallen off.
So I get it.
But Lamar Jackson is the MVP of the league forever.
Right, Peyton Manning. But
Peyton Manning ain't even got that.
That's why I just But that's why I just like try to keep an open mind with these players because they are good. It ain't like when I was younger when I was like Brady fucking sucks. It was just like no, he didn't. He didn't really suck, but we suck. But the Bills, going on the Bills, because that is the next team, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think.
They didn't really do much either.
They drafted. I can't really think about
Joey Bosa.
They got Joey Bosa.
Are you ready to see him? Like,
I guess. I mean, it's really their draft picks. The corner, they drafted basically all defense. They drafted a corner. They drafted three defensive linemen. They drafted, I think, a linebacker as well.
So, are you okay with doubling down with Kincaid and Knox?
I mean,
and then as your tight ends, and then James Cook and I can't even remember who their backup is. But then Shakur and then Coleman. Are you ready to double?
Yeah, Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer.
Yeah, okay. I
James
mean,
Cook, Ray Davis was pretty good at the
yeah,
end of
right.
last
They
year.
is yeah, but
And the two tight ends. I gave them a 7 on offense. That was their grade on
that's
offense.
that
7 out of 10.
nah that 6.5
Now wait,
six
hold on. Let me point out. I do need to preface this. The
that
offense is split.
Shakur.
The offense is split into running back, wide receiver, offensive line. I graded all three of those, and then I averaged the grade and gave the offense. Like the Chiefs also got a 7, but that's because the running back room is kind of sad. The running back room got
Well,
like a
I would
4,
take I would James Cook
and Ray Davis.
and Ray Davis, Pacheco, Kareem Hunt. You said running back room.
Yeah, the whole running back room. Yeah,
We have a better running back room. They
I don't
just
think
top
so.
heavy at their running back.
Because now
James Cook.
you're banking on Elijah Mitchell being good. Outside of that, Kareem Hunt and Pacheco don't add up to James Cook and Ray Davis. Like not at all. Just James Cook himself, I think out
I know.
produced
I'm high
both of
on
them.
Rashad Smith. That's who I'm high on.
Yeah, but that's a shot in the
I
dark.
think no, 'cause I really think Kareem Hunt won't be here next year. Rashad Smith shoots up our depth chart. Pacheco, if we don't resign him next year, won't be here, and he fuck around be our starter or some type of shit.
Well, okay, can we agree the Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and the tight ends were also grouped in with the receivers. So Shakir, Coleman, Palmer, Kincaid, Dawson Knox, I gave that a 7. So basically, they just got a 7 for everything on offense. Running back room was a 7, wide receiver, and 5 to me is average. That was the other thing. So you got a 7 at the running back, you got a 7 at wide receiver, you got 7 at offensive
Yeah. So
line.
I mean, our O
Yeah,
line is our O line is the question. So I get how but I was,
like with us, it ended up being I think
I
it was
guess.
5. It was 5 for the running back room, 8 for the receiver room, and then 6 for the offensive line, and it averaged out to 7. I think it was something like that. So it's like the Bills is cool. The defense is where the Bills get a little. You start looking, you go, okay. Here's the secondary. Oh damn, hold on. My screen, my damn HDMI cord fucking up. But like you got Tyler Rapp, DeMar Hamlin,
Yeah, no,
Christian Benford,
I don't know what
Maxwell
they be doing on
Harrison
defense.
is they first round pick. Teron Johnson, like that's your
Yeah,
secondary.
that Joey Bosa pickup was probably like, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, because the defensive line is cool. Greg Russo, Ed
no,
Oliver, Joey Bosa is solid. Matt Milano's coming back.
right.
That helps the like, but yeah, like the second level linebacker DB is not. It's not great. It's not. They ended up getting. I gave him a 6, just because the defensive line ends up like Ed Oliver, Joey Bosa, Greg Russo. You're probably going to squeeze 30 sacks between the three of them out.
Yeah,
So that's a
yeah.
that's a good defensive line. At minimum, you're getting 30 out of them. Unless Joey Bosa is totally washed up, which is possible. But yeah, they didn't really do nothing.
Which is possible.
It's very possible because he looked a little washed up.
The teams at the top
They didn't
stay
do
at the
nothing.
top because of consistency.
Yeah, you've got the staples in place, and that's what makes you a great team in the first place. The second tier is listed as boomer bust because I think these are 3 teams that if this year doesn't go well, then they're gonna have to start really wondering like, do we have to really shake this shit up? And those 3 are Chargers, Bengals, Texans. You're the next tier down, and hey, like if it doesn't work this year, I don't know how it's gonna work. We're gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to change some shit now.
Well, I felt like Chargers was. How long did you stay in this boomer bust stage before? I just asked my brother today too. I was like, how old do you have to be as an NFL quarterback for
Okay,
people to stop saying his projection
wait.
is like, what
There's
are we
a
about to do? Like,
no. Okay, so there's another tier that you're gonna laugh at because what you're saying fits perfectly with a separate tier that I have. I literally have them listed based off of what you're saying. The Chargers, however, the boomer bust thing is separate from Herbert. Like it's a team thing. See, Harbaugh. This is Harbaugh's second
The
year.
team has always been boom or bust. Like, but
Well,
before
yeah,
Harbaugh, the Chargers, like, I'm not going off of just Harbaugh. I'm going off of what the Chargers, 7 years, the
yes,
Chargers
but
was
you got to
supposed to,
think. This
to
is
win the
new.
AFC.
This is new management right now. This second year, they're gonna have. If this year doesn't go well, they're probably gonna have to hit the reset button.
But they're
Same
not
for the
firing their head coach, and they're not
no.
firing their quarterback.
I don't know
So
about
what
that.
are the,
That's where my thing. I don't know about that because look, the Chargers
they're
had
not getting rid of Herbert. The
I
Chargers stuck with Philip Rivers for 15 years.
the Chargers to me.
And they're going on the same track as Philip Rivers' era.
Think about
Like,
this.
they're not getting rid of that.
I have the Chargers listed out. No quarterback having the best offense in the league. O line included. Because the O line is top 5. Slater, Zion Johnson,
O-line is good.
Mekhi. They got Mekhi Becton now and Joe Alt, Slater, and then the left guard Bozeman. But so it's a top 5 offensive line. Then you got Najee Harris. If Omarion Hampton is good, that's a crazy 1-2 punch.
Oh,
Lad McConkey.
Mario Hampton gonna be nice.
That's what I'm saying. So you got Najee and Hampton.
I fuck with, that's one of my players to watch on Mario Hampton.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I didn't want him to go to our division at all.
I know it hurt. It hurt. But then if Quentin Johnston just doesn't drop half the passes that he does, he instantly becomes a.
You see, he's in fresh form, mid-season form. You see the video? Oh, we in for a good season with him.
But that's all. If he can just not drop half as much, he becomes a great number 2 to Lad. And then they drafted a wide receiver too in like the third.
You realize this is Carr.
Second round. They drafted somebody in the second round.
I need people to understand what's going on.
Uh-huh.
We lived this Chargers dream in the early 2000s when they had LT, Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, a good defense, receiver. We've lived it, and they still didn't win nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just the Chargers' fate.
But does that?
It has always been that team, that sparkles in everybody's eye every year, and it's really not.
I mean, but does that make
like what do we do?
Okay,
it's been 20 years of doing this.
But there's
I'm at the point they got to prove me wrong.
So who do you want? Who do you want fourth then? If it's not the Chargers, ranked fourth.
Fourth team in the AFC.
That's where I have the Chargers. Yeah.
I think the Broncos are better than the Chargers.
Okay. That's a fair take. They're all really close. All these two tiers right here are really close. Chargers.
That takes the Broncos. Do I need to go to Bengals? Is in the same tier as them. Yeah. Houston's in the same tier as them. Yep. So they're not fourth. They have to be at least. I think their threshold starts at where you start questioning. Like you scream out a team like.
But see, that's
Steelers off their pedigree. Your Steelers pedigree is like, and you like, what? What? They got a winning track record more than the fucking Chargers do. Like, with any quarterback over there, they win. So what do we like? See, that's the thing. Like, what are we scrunching our face up with the Steelers, but not with the Chargers? And they show us every year, like. Did 11 wins last year surprising to you? Is that like
if we talk about now? The teams that really changed the most, the Chargers are probably one of the AFC teams that added the most that actually changes their team. Except for defense is a little sketchy,
they
but
need
offensively. I think you're right. And that's my point of like if this doesn't work with what you just did, if you don't squeeze out like winning a playoff game in the next 2 years, it's over with. It's over with. Move on from Herbert. Like, just blow it up. You might as well just blow the whole shit up.
Okay, so if they don't win a playoff game in the next 2 years, I'm sorry, because at the end of the day, all this Charger hype always falls back on. If you're the fourth best team in your conference, it has to do something with your quarterback.
Of course.
And I just don't. And so. Where are we at in his career? Or how old do you have to be to where people stop saying he has upside? because we're getting too. He's starting to
I
get too
don't. I'm
old for
not
people to
saying
start
that.
saying talent, talent. Oh, look at Justin Herbert talent, and just like okay,
I
so
get that. But if we're saying if we're okay, if he's the 10th best quarterback, 10 to 13th best quarterback in the league, wherever you want to put him, right there, right above average, right? That guy with a
mhm.
good, like one of the best offensive lines, and then a top 10 skill group, you should be a top 5 team. You should be up there. Like, unless your defense is just bottom barrel, which their defense isn't bottom barrel. It's not great. It's average. So you should be
Yeah,
a
but if
really
you
good
top 10
team.
to 13, if you top 10 quarterback in the league and you don't have if your team is just a good defense, you should be able to do something with a good defense being top 10 quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think they're better this year than they were last year. I think that's
They
what it
made it to the
really is.
playoffs, right?
Yeah.
They made last year?
Yeah. Wait, did they?
No, 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 not last year. The year
The year
before
before
they
that.
made
They
it.
just missed this year. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They the year before that they made it to the quarterback with just a good defense and he just threw 4 picks. So that's all I need to know. But who's the next team?
But I think they're better than last year, and they just missed out on the playoffs last year. I think
Oh,
okay. But the Bengals.
okay.
Well, wait, hold on.
Bengals is
The problem with the Chargers is the defense. That's going to be the main problem,
right.
which is
Okay.
which is fair. Because if I start naming these names, you don't know who these people are. Nobody knows who these people are. You know what I mean? Agbania. You know who that is? Otito Agbania.
Did he start?
He's yeah. He's going to. He's going to
Oh,
now. He's 25 years old. He's
did
going to this year.
he start? Did he just get drafted? Who is this
No,
guy?
he's like a second round pick from 2 years ago. Dayon Henley. That's the middle linebacker. That's the Mike linebacker. He got drafted two
Henley
years
sound.
ago. He played
I would
last
say
year.
Henley was they started last year. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say.
Colson. That's the other Junior Colson. He was a third round pick last year. He didn't really play. That's where they're gonna have problems at. It's like Dante Jackson
So
is
the
the
fourth ranked.
outside corner. Yes, the Dante. Yes, veteran Dante Jackson that played for Carolina. I was about to say that
Correct.
he
Hence why
30.
they wouldn't be my fourth team on the list. That's why
But if they have the
we
best
started. Their
offense
defense is.
in the league, it's gonna be a problem. They might. I think it depends on. It really
Oh,
comes
they going. Oh,
down.
it sounds like the fate of the Bengals.
No, well, it
It
is.
sounds like
Except the offensive line is good, and if Omari Hampton is good, they're gonna be. It's gonna be scary.
all in all, if the Vikings, off of this theory, if the Vikings ain't on the second tier for the NFC next week, then we're gonna have issues because they got a good offense. Their defense
Yeah,
is good. So if they're not on tier two next week, then I'm going back to how the Chargers
May-
get on tier two in the AFC.
maybe they're
Like,
tier one. We'll have to find out. Okay, Bengals.
they better not be no damn tier one then.
The Bengals
I
are.
don't know. I don't. I'm.
By the way, the Chargers got a 5.5 on the rating. Just want to throw that out there,
Okay.
just to keep track
The
for
big
people
the
watching.
Bengals the Bengals got more problems than us talking about. Like they got some. I just feel like they do what the Ravens do. They double down on what they do, which
Yeah,
is offense, and they finally signed the rookie DE. But
yeah. That was
guess what?
nice, I
Even if he
guess.
does, even hey hey let me do breaking news. 3 years from now, he doesn't re-sign and he's getting traded and or he's playing out his rookie contract and he's going to hit the free agency because he probably realized they're going to do this again for his. If he plays good,
Hmm.
he's definitely not going to be a Bengal in 3 years. Like people better start saving their money now. Like yo,
Yeah.
do that. It's like,
Now, I just
so
here's the thing, right? The reason this was a boom or bust group
because
was
it is it
because of it's funny because the Chargers are the Chargers and they've been the Chargers. And then the Bengals, if I okay, so the Bengals are the only team that had a group that I gave a 10. It was the wide
receivers.
receivers. Jamar Chase,
Yeah,
T. Higgins, I
and the rookie dude from
yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Gasecki,
Yeah,
Noah Fant as a tag
yeah, they
team
just
tight
signed
ends
Noah
is
Fant. Yeah,
crazy.
that's a good receiving pass catching
But
group.
then their offensive line is I Orlando Brown Jr., who's serviceable 50 like 14 to 18th in the league, left tackle, right?
Yeah,
Serviceable.
and at one point he was real good, like one of
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, with the Ravens, right?
Hmm.
Dylan Fairchild, I don't know who that is. Ted
Hmm.
Karras, I don't know who that is. Cody Ford, which is I'm pretty sure he's a converted tackle that they moved to guard from somewhere else. And then Amarius Mims, their first round pick from last year, who was he's
Okay.
big. He's 6'8", 350. If he's huge. So the offensive line I ended up giving them a 2. And then the running back room, Chase Brown, Samaje P. Ryan, Taj Brooks, Gary Brightwell.
That's a horrible running back.
I gave him a 4.5. I gave him just slightly below average.
Shit, they lower than that to me.
But then the defense. So the problem I had was when we get to the defensive side of the ball, and I went, holy shit. They basically have just had the same set of defensive players for 5 years. Joseph Asai, B.J. Hill, Trey Hendrickson, and then Cam Taylor-Britt. Now they have Dax Hill was there. They have Geno Stone now. This is where Geno Stone went. And then DJ Turner Jr. That's your
It
number one
doesn't.
corner. The second round
It,
pick from last year.
and nothing about that just excites me with the
Nothing,
Bengals. Like,
right?
guess what? There's also one of these teams that people don't do that they do subconsciously is they're only boom and bust because of their quarterback
Well, I think for them, the
and their
boom and
receivers,
bust is the
quarterback and
coach.
receivers.
The coach and GM are going to be gone. If they don't win a
But
playoff game, the coach and GM are gone. They have to be. If they don't, then this
well,
team
there's only
doesn't
two
give a
playoff
fuck.
spots open in the AFC. Yeah, guess what? There's only two playoff spots open currently in the AFC, so they have to win on one of them.
Yeah,
I already went through it today at the barbershop. You know, barbershop time. There's only two,
yeah,
so they have to win one of them.
yeah. They're gonna have yeah,
And I'm not counting their division as one. Like so,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's my thing. If you don't get in and you don't win a playoff game this year, it's over with. Coach, GM, we got to start looking at trading one of the receivers. We got to start looking at a total reset. Like,
Ain't nobody taking those receiver contracts. They
yeah,
just signed them. They early in their
somebody
contract.
might.
Nobody's taking them.
There's a couple teams on here. I think they would be so excited.
They're not taking Chase. They got to take
Oh, they
Higgins.
would. Well, they're not going to get rid of Chase.
Right. So they have to take Higgins' contract, and right now he ain't living up to that contract
Yeah.
yet. So
All right, tier 3. Or no, Texans. The Texans is just sad.
did you give their O line a 1?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, the O
Yeah.
line is a 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have like that's where we're starting at right now with them. Like,
And then it's crazy because like they're high. I think. Oh, let me see what I gave my offense in total. On
your
offense,
receiving group is injury prone right
yeah,
now.
I gave him a 5.5 because running back room, if healthy, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb,
Mixon.
Damian Pierce that would be
I mean,
nice
at
in
this point,
theory.
Nick Chubb is starting because
Then
Mixon.
yeah, Chubb is going to start
Oh,
probably, but then wide receiver room, Nico Collins, Christian Kirk. The two rookies they drafted second and third round are both the Iowa State, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, Justin
yeah,
Watson is the fourth receiver.
Higgins at Iowa State was nice.
Yeah. And then the Jalen Noel, that's the dude from here. He was the one returning the kicks for Iowa State, and he ran a 4.3 or something crazy. Slot receiver.
Yeah,
So he'll go into the little Tank Dell role. John Mechie is still
yeah.
there
Until Tank Dell
if
come
he
back.
can they've got legitimate receivers. I don't know
Yeah,
why they drafted two
but how
receivers,
is he
but
gonna throw it to them?
because
Because
he's
it's literally he has 2.2 seconds to throw the
hey,
ball. Like
hold on.
it doesn't matter if he can have Tyreek Hill and fucking Julio Jones and Randy Moss. How is he throwing the ball?
Hold on, I just want to point something out. When I was doing my research, this really fucked me up. Okay, this is the Texans draft. Wide receiver, O line, wide receiver, corner, running back, linebacker, quarterback, defensive line, tight end. And when I looked at
Hey,
that,
and this is their off season. Trade the O lineman. Trade the O lineman.
yeah, they brought in old. They brought in Cam Robinson to play left tackle.
Nobody gives a fuck about Cam Robinson.
So to me, this is the first person that we've had in this list that's on my AFC preseason that's not a Chief. Ariante
You
Urs,
got the Texans on Boomer Bus.
yes. Because with all the hype that they had CJ's rookie year to last year, if they don't play well this year, we're going to
You
start
know
looking at
what?
them
I just
crazy.
realized that you had to put all the division winners on the top two tiers, or it would have been a flawed system.
You know what? I didn't even. It's crazy. That's just how it worked out because they're listed in the rating. They're listed by their score that I ended up giving them. It just worked out that way. That's funny though. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, but the Texans is like their strength of schedule too is
Damn, this nigga
silly.
fumbled the opening kickoff. How the hell you
Damn,
do
that's
that?
sick. So Ariante Ursary
Hmm.
is the only lineman that I have on my people I want to watch during the preseason because he was a second round left tackle that the Texans drafted, and he basically has to be good because they don't have
Yeah,
any
because
other
then they
options.
trade Lerman Tussle.
Yeah, and they got back Cam Robinson and somebody else, but they're two injury prone old tackles. Ariante has been starting with the ones at right tackle, and so they're basically he has to be good or they're gonna be so fucked. And you said, how is CJ Stroud gonna get the ball to the receivers? He's gonna run to the right all the way to the sideline and just
Yeah, I
find
know. And
wherever
then
Nico
throw it.
Collins is at.
Yeah, but didn't Nico get hurt?
If he is, he's not
Well,
listed
no,
as
he always, but I mean, he gets
he's
hurt
probably
though, like
dinged up.
around
Yeah.
week 3. Right?
So find Dalton Schultz, find Nico Collins while I run to the right away from my left tackle
Hey,
every
Nico,
every
line
snap.
up on the sideline and then run a 10-yard dig
And
all
yeah,
the way to the
just
other sideline.
run with
And
CJ Stroud the whole time. Just run straight with him. But yeah, Texans is like a weird. Yeah, they're in a weird spot. They didn't really.
uh,
They added
he didn't really fumble.
receivers. Like that's their biggest add is like skill positions, and then like the old man linemen. It's just weird that the top of the AFC was just like we kind of just have to run this back. Like we don't really have a lot of choices here. People aren't going to trade with us. We can't really make any
Right.
moves. Nobody's signing with us. Like you're just stuck. Uh, so yeah, Ariante Ursary. Oh, we're in the next tier. Tier three. Tier three is the frozen yogurt tier. It's not quite ice cream, but it's close enough. It does the job. It does the same job as ice cream. it's it's
I wouldn't.
it's
I
all
wouldn't know.
it's almost the same thing. So it's not you'd rather
You
have
should have
ice
said
cream.
like that's more like custard.
Cut same type of thing. Custard, frozen yogurt. It's like it's not quite ice cream. You prefer to have ice cream, but like if that's what you got, it's okay. That's fine too, I guess. It's the Steelers, Broncos, Raiders. If you're the Steelers, Broncos, Raiders, you would rather be every other team above you, but you're cool with where you're at right now. You know, that's the vibes for this tier. You're like, we're happy. Steelers are probably pretty happy. Aaron Rodgers, you have something to look forward to. Broncos, they're building on last year. They have something to look forward to. Raiders, you might actually be good for one season. You might be decent. You might win 7 or 8 games for the first season in 10 years, 8 years. But yeah, so Steelers, obviously the biggest.
Mm,
Aaron Rodgers is the biggest ad. DK
yeah,
Metcalf. They kind of gutted their
make
offense a
it.
little
Yeah.
bit. That's the weird part when you go through it because Najee's gone. So running back is Jalen Warren. Oh, my next preseason player I want to watch, Caleb Johnson from Iowa. That's the backup Steelers running back, and he's gonna have to
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's gonna have to be good because I don't think Jalen Warren is a three down every snap running back. And then
No.
it's just DK Metcalf,
No.
Calvin Austin, Robert Woods, Scotty Miller, Roman Wilson, and then Pat Fryermuth. That's
Yeah,
your
that's not
receiving.
it.
That's not great.
I don't even like the tight end.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Just your number two is Robert Woods. You said?
yeah, Calvin Austin. Yeah, that's who's listed
Oh
at
no.
number two.
What you give him like a three?
The receiver group.
Yeah.
The offense got a 4 as a whole. So 4.5 just because the offensive line is good. So that brought the average back up to over like 3 or so. But yeah, like skill wise, it's not good. Not good at all. Defensively though, they signed, I'm pretty sure they drafted a defensive end first round. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, Derek Hammond. They drafted Caleb Johnson in the third round. Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. They have him on the team too. Like if you this, it's a nasty defensive line. Like so, you got a first round uh, interior defensive lineman because they run a 3-4. So he's listed at defensive end, but he's really he's inside. Yeah.
Right.
Cameron Hayward's still there. T.J. Watt. And then now you're adding dude from Ohio State. I guess he's a lineman. Oh no, well Alex Highsmith. Damn, I almost forgot about fucking Alex Highsmith on the other side of T.J. Watt. Patrick Queen on the inside, and they have Darius Slay is over there. That's going to be their number one corner,
Hmm.
I would assume. Jalen Ramsey also there. That's their other corner. Juan Thornhill is one of your safeties. Don't feel great about that. And also Joey Porter Jr. Like you're basically
You said Juan Thornhill
is
is still in the league.
that's the part of the Steelers defense that I was like, whoa. So you have every other spot, you have somebody that's like a starter on every other team. TJ Watt starts on every other team. Patrick Queen starts on every other team. Highsmith is a starter. Slay starts on 80% of the teams. Joey Porter Jr. is a starter on every other team. And then you get Juan Thornhill and Deshaun Elliott are your safeties.
It can't be that depleted in the safety group to have
Safety's
Juan Thornhill
bad.
as bro.
Safety's bad.
Bro, I hated when he was our safety, bro.
Yeah. Can you name 10 safeties in the league? I don't think I can get past
I don't know
probably
what I
4 or
don't know.
5.
Sometimes I don't even know like if
Who's
they're
a safety
safety
or
or
not?
like a DB. Like at this
Yeah.
point, it's like, oh, he's safety.
No,
I just
he's a
like,
slot corner, not a safety, and he's the nickel
yeah, it's
corner.
like, I mean, I guess you could go like, who are the safeties? Like back in the day, we knew like
Yeah,
Palomalu,
Ed
Ed
Reed,
Reed,
Brian Dawkins,
Pollard,
Sean
Jared Page,
Taylor.
Dawkins. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, they was safeties, true
yes,
safeties. Now I mean, I guess the last true safety kind of retired, which was Tyrann Matthews,
yeah.
right?
I
I
would
mean, I guess we got
throw,
one, Jared Reed.
I would throw Kyle Hamilton is probably right
Okay, yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Harrison Smith, maybe,
Harrison Smith, dude
but
from
they're
the
getting a little older
Cardinals,
too,
Buda
though.
Baker. He's a real. He's like
But they getting old. A little. That's
yeah.
they older
Everybody but
though.
Kyle
They not.
Hamilton. Yeah, even him,
Yeah,
he's probably like 26, 27. Yeah.
I feel like the Bills had one. No, no, I don't know.
You
They
thinking a
like
dude?
glorified.
You thinking a dude from? He played for the Broncos now. I can't remember his name, but he's a little on the washed up side.
Is Cooper DeJean a safety or is he a
Nah, that's a
corner?
corner. Yeah, he's a
Uh,
boundary corner for sure. But yeah, so Steelers, I'm not feeling. I don't feel great about Aaron Rodgers. I'm just being honest with you. The skill positions are bad. Aaron Rodgers is washed. Will Howard and Mason Rudolph are your like backup. Hey, if things go left with Aaron Rodgers, we got Mason Rudolph or Will Howard. This,
Best job in the NFL is just being a competent quarterback gets you on the roster and making a million plus a year. They're like,
I
hey, I
gave
could be Mason Rudolph
yeah
and I could be Chase Daniels to be the highest paid backup ever.
yep.
Like, and then like what do
It's
huh?
yes, it's crazy, right?
Gardner Minshew's still in the league. How I know? He plays for the Chiefs.
Yeah, boy, that shit was crazy when I seen that. Aaron Rodgers got a 3.5. That's what I gave him rating wise. Broncos is second in the frozen yogurt tier. They
That's my
that's the
sweet
one
potato right
that's,
there.
and I get it. I get it because so the Broncos are the weirdest team I think I have rated because if you factor in schedule, their rating is a 5, and that's what has them so low. If you take the schedule part out and you just go off the rankings of offense, defense, quarterback, coach, they're a 6.5, which is the exact same rating as the Chargers. And that's over the
Is it
Bengals,
because
over
they
the
charge they
Texans,
wreck?
over the
It's because they
Steelers.
wreck. Their schedule's easier.
Their schedule is hard as fuck. They have the
Oh,
third
hard.
hardest schedule that I have ranked. And I basically went, how many games are against a good opponent, and what's the percentage of that to 17 games that you play? And they have the third hardest to me. They play the AFC West, and then we play. Hold on,
NFC North,
we play.
right?
Let me just go look. Hold on.
Cal Allen is still.
Damn, the quarterback.
Yeah, he's starting
Yeah,
for the Lions
see,
right
they
now.
playing the. Is he? He can't be the backup. He's got to be like the third
I mean,
string.
Trey Lance is starting for the Chargers.
That's crazy. So here's the Broncos schedule. Right,
Reynolds.
is Titans, Colts, and then it goes. This is disgusting. Week 3, Chargers, Bengals, Eagles, Jets, Giants. Then you go Cowboys, Raiders, Chiefs, Commanders, Raiders, Packers, Jags, Chiefs, Chargers to end your season.
That is a gauntlet.
That is disgusting. You
The
got
Jets and
two
Giants.
stretches.
The Jets and Giants is probably the only break they get.
Yeah, bro. You go Chargers, Bengals, Eagles for a stretch. And then you go week 9 through the rest of the season with maybe the Jags and maybe the Raiders are like a night off. Like maybe. And that's why last year, though, if you go to their schedule last year and go through their wins, that's why they're rated a little bit lower because I think it's a little bit fake. Because their wins are at Tampa, the Jets, Raiders, Saints, Panthers, Falcons, Raiders, Browns, Colts,
I mean, they
Chiefs,
got the
week
second place
18.
schedule this year.
But that's the thing is that which one of those teams is a team with a good quarterback? Tampa, week 3 Tampa. So if you take week 3 Tampa out, it's Jets, Raiders, Saints, Panthers, Falcons, Browns. You didn't beat a good quarterback all
Yeah,
season.
but they also had a rookie quarterback,
Yeah,
different defense, which I think their defense got extremely better. I think Bo Nix got improved throughout the season enough to say, oh, this year, if he plays better, if he takes another step from the end of last year, it could be different.
yeah,
Like that's the only thing I would think of. Defense got better, quarterback should have got better based on how
should
he ended the season. So why wouldn't the team get better?
because name 2 receivers and then name the running
Jerry
backs.
Judy
Jerry Judy's
and
gone.
not Jerry Judy. Cortland Sutton,
Yep,
my fault.
Cortland
And
Sutton is
then
31 years old. He'll turn 31 this season. So yeah,
and then
who's their running backs?
they ain't got Javante Davis no more. I mean Javante Williams no
Nope,
more.
he's gone.
Didn't they sign somebody
They
or
drafted some.
draft?
They signed and drafted
Yeah,
somebody.
damn, I just had it. I was like, those. I thought
J.K.
the running back
Dobbins.
pickup. I was like, yeah, I thought they shit was decent. They drafted, and
They
then they drafted who they draft.
R.J. Harvey from UCF.
Yeah,
He's 5'8", 190 pounds.
RJ Harvey. Obviously, I don't want to speak, but I watched UCF a little bit.
so then you
RJ,
so then you know that
I ain't saying
every
he gonna come in. It ain't like a player to watch type player, but
no, but I did put
but
him on
J.K.
player to
Dobbins
watch.
can't stay healthy.
To be fair, I put R.J. Harvey on players to watch just
Yeah,
because
because he's gonna have to get
he has
clout
to do
because
something.
J.K. Dobbins might not play the whole season.
They have Estime still, and they have McLaughlin still. If I don't know what that does for you,
Estimated, estimated not.
he's not bad. He's a good 3. Like if that's your
Yeah,
third running back, I feel good about that.
if
That's
he
cool.
has to get, but if he has to get 7 carries in the game, you won't feel like,
I wouldn't feel bad about it. It's solid.
like when you start having him to getting like 12 to 15 is
Yeah,
when you're
because what
like,
was
what are
he
we doing at
averaging?
running back?
He averaged 4 yards a carry last year for the handful of games that he ended up starting
I
at the end
mean,
of the year. He wasn't bad. They just stopped running the ball though. That's not good when your coach is like, we're not gonna run you more than 10 times because you're the starter. That's why Bo Nix started throwing that bitch 30 times because Estime was the only running back they had. But another player to watch that's going to play a lot for the Broncos in the preseason, Caleb Lohner, Lohner. He is the tight end that everybody was hype about, who is like 6'8", and he played basketball last year for Utah. And he started playing tight end, and they took him in the 7th round. And I just would like to see, I just want to see that in the preseason, them just throw him some little fades to the corner, and he's 6'8". But yeah,
those
the Broncos scare me. Great offensive line. Again, another team. That's why the Chargers to me are ahead because it's 2 top 5 offensive lines. Broncos are top 5, Chargers are top 5, but the skill positions for the Chargers blow
they
the
are better
Broncos out the water, and then quarterback Herbert is better by at least
as
one.
for now.
He's at least one tier above Bo Nix. And then the defense is like Broncos defense is way crazy. Like Zach Allen still, they got John Franklin Myers now. Nick Benito was really good. Dre Greenlaw, that's their inside linebacker. They got to have
Yeah,
Hufunga and Greenlaw and
yeah.
Pat Sertan and the white
Just,
boy at
just say,
corner.
just say, hey everybody, look up the 49ers defense 2 years ago
Yeah,
and
plus Zach Allen now.
take all their right, and then take all their best defenders and then put them on the Broncos, and then
Bro,
there we go. That's their
watching
defense.
Zach Allen in person was like, that's when I was like,
He's
oh,
good.
he's scary. Like, that's a big fucking, that dude is crazy. But yeah, so defense is like, their defense is, let me see. I think I gave him like a 7 or an 8 on defense. I gave him a 7 on defense and offense, to be fair, because the offensive line bumped their rating up a lot. Like a lot of the wide receiver room is average. Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin is pretty good. Marvin Mims is there. They drafted Pat Bryant in the 2nd round from Illinois. He like led the league in receiving yards or receiving touchdowns, one of the two. But he's nice, 6'3". But yeah, Broncos. That's your sleeper team. I got them they're a playoff team this year. Basically, is where I have them ranked. Like,
I already had him in the playoffs.
so we in the same boat. It's just a little shifting. Now the Raiders. So how do you feel about the Raiders? Do you have them making it into the playoffs this year?
No, no, I got them fighting for those last two team seeds that's left in the AFC. I think I got them fighting for that.
Okay, yeah, and that's basically where I have the Broncos and Steelers, where it's like
Yeah,
Broncos Steelers are the ones I have fighting for that last seed, and then you have the Raiders and Broncos. I would assume. Well, You have
No,
Broncos
no,
in
Raiders. I got Raiders, Steelers, Bengals fighting for
fighting.
those last two, and the Jags.
Okay.
Sleep,
Uh,
another sleeper, Jags.
ooh, really? I'm surprised by that, honestly. That's funny,
I
man.
just like their receiving group.
Raiders. I mean, Coach Gino, Ashton Genty, and then Max Crosby, and then it's kind of just
Mm,
everything else, and then everything else is like below, like a four. It's just like below average
right.
because the offensive line
Brock
is
Bowers. You said
Brock
Brock
Bowers. I
Bowers?
forgot Brock Bowers. But if you take Brock Bowers out of the wide receiver room, when you watch the Raiders, you're gonna be very surprised. They signed their first round pick was Jack Besh from TCU.
Hmm.
He's a 6'1" white guy. He kind of looks like if Justin Watson was more athletic, basically. They signed another white guy from Montana State, an FCS school.
They got a full white receiving room.
Well, no, then they got Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Deontay Thornton, who was another draft pick. They drafted 3 wide receivers. So, but the running back room is decent. Genty, Mostert, Zamir White, and then Sincere McCormick. But I didn't even look up who that was. I just assumed he was a young. Yeah, he's a young running back.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're weird. They're just weird. They're weird. They should be a good team.
it's. I guess leave it to fucking Pete Carroll to bring the Seahawk vibe to the AFC.
Yeah,
We was totally fine with not that whatever y'all ran in the fucking Pacific Northwest shit in
yeah.
the AFC, and now what we got is like heavy. I mean, because Gino is in the same realm of quarterbacks as Russell Wilson, right? Like I would
I'd
call
say
him
a
a
notch
Russell
up.
Wilson. Yeah, I would say, but I'm
Yeah,
I'm not saying like who's better. I'm just saying like they playing style is like in the same realm.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they do similar stuff.
Dink and dunk, and then
So
kind of get to the outside, chuck it. Yeah,
and then can throw a moon ball
yeah.
X, Y, and Z. So it's like
He has nobody to throw a moon
uh,
ball to though. Maybe Beach. He looked all right. Beach, whatever
I
the fuck his
mean,
name is.
may,
Brock Bowers is gonna get a lot
Bish,
of targets.
yeah. I'm about to go in there and put him down for maybe 100 plus receptions this year
I
at a
mean,
parlay if I can go and do that.
didn't
Like
he do that? Didn't wasn't he the first rookie tight end with
I
like a
might put him down
thousand,
for
100 and
125.
1,000? Yeah,
I might go 125.
he had 112 and 1,200 yards.
Yeah,
That's probably gonna
he
go
was
up.
get bro. Yeah, I know because underdog used to have his receptions at 7.5, and on the and if they was playing a good team, it would be 6.5.
Man,
But guess what? The jokes on everybody else. If they was playing a good team, he had about 12 because they needed him
you have nowhere else to
to
go.
exactly. And it's the same thing this year. So it's just like Brock Bowers. If you're a fantasy person, if he ain't going by round two, y'all that group is the worst. Probably that he's definitely gonna be a real good, especially if you PPR. If you do points per reception PPR league, Brock Bowers should be gone by round two.
I would assume, yeah, he's probably gonna be the best tight end. Cause
He's gonna be the top tight end off the board.
who else?
If he
Dude from the Lions, but he got hurt.
uh yeah, Laporta.
Yeah, so he's coming off an injury, so he might not be.
Yeah, no, it's Brock Bowers.
It's gonna
If
be
you're
him,
gonna
yeah.
pick Brock Bowers, no, Brock Bowers should be the first tight end off the board.
That's crazy. All right, the next tier 4. This tier is called the. There's 3 names for him. All right, it's the Joel Embiid trust the process tier. That's the main tier. This is the tier of, hey, we thought this would be 4 years ago. We thought we were going to be a lot better than this.
Okay, so you got the Jags,
Yep.
the Jets.
Nope.
Wait, 4 years ago? Who
That's
haven't
the.
been there?
It was 4 years ago. We thought we would be better than this. Basically, is slash the vibes aren't great right now. The Joel Embiid trust the process tier. And it's basically
I
what
know
you
for
said
sure.
earlier fits this perfectly when you said, like, how long do we give a quarterback a leash before we start saying, hey, are you good or not? Except for one team. One team is a little like his path is
Oh
getting
my,
microwaved
you
real
got
quick.
You got Miami,
Yes.
the Jags.
Yep. And it's one
That's
more. But this one's gonna be confusing.
I'm trying to think who
Because his
AFC
path
North,
is getting
South,
heated up and
East,
it's going
not the
way
West.
faster. But they're in the same boat. 4 years ago, they thought they were going to be doing better because they was not
No,
bad.
not the West. We already just said on the West teams. The North we already did most of the North except the Browns should be last. They shouldn't even be in this
They're
tier.
not last, but they're close.
Who's in the Titans is in the Browns tier.
Hmm.
I fucking hate it. And then so who am I missing? You got
The Colts.
the Colts.
Because Anthony
No,
Richardson.
no, we're not finna do this. I'm not finna have no. We're not doing this. We're not. I wanted to forget that. Like the
Yep.
Colts, Titans, and Browns is all on the same tier. What are we doing? We're not finna do this. Why are the Colts on
Okay.
the same tier as the Dolphins and the Jags?
Because they
Anthony
also
Richardson,
the
he's currently in a battle with Daniel Jones right now. They don't
yes.
even know who's gonna be the starter.
Well, that was why they're in the Joel Embiid. Hey, for them, it's more like 2 or 3 years ago we thought we were going to be a lot better than we are right now, and his is
Yeah, but I'm not trusting no process with neither of them.
no. But the trust the process thing was it's tongue in cheek. It's Joel Embiid. It's hey, 2013, trust the process. 14,
Hmm.
trust the process. 15, trust the process. 16, 17, 18, 19. All of a sudden, it's 2021, and you lose to Trae Young in the playoffs, and then you don't ever win a playoff series again. You know what I mean? 4 years later, you look up, your best player is 30, and you've won 3 playoff series in 10 years, 12 years. And
Correct.
that's
Hence
what I
why,
mean for
but in
these tiers.
basketball, they trust the process more.
No, no,
See,
no, no,
that's
no.
why they can say that.
The it's because the trust the process was the Sixers thing, and that shit totally fell apart. It took them 5 years to get started. So
Wait,
Joel
I
Embiid
don't
got
think this is the process this year. Like both these quarterbacks will not be on the. If both these quarterbacks are on the right, one of these quarterbacks will be on the
yeah.
roster next year. But if they are, they're going to be the backup. If they're not good this year, they're drafting the quarterback.
That's my point. Is that 4 or 5 years ago you thought, hey, we have a top quarterback and we are going to be a really good team for the next 5 to 10 years, and all of a sudden you look up 5, 6 years later and you go, wait a minute, we might not have a quarterback again. Same way you look up and go, wait a minute, Joel Embiid has played 40 games in 3 years. We don't really have a superstar now. It's
They
12 years
trusted.
later. You trusted it and you
Well, when
got fucked. That's the
it
point.
it kind of sucked because they was kind of put in the bond when they franchise quarterback did just retire out of nowhere.
The Colts.
Yeah,
Yes. But
kind
that's
of
why
sucked for them.
they're in a
They
rut.
haven't recovered from Andrew Luck's retirement.
Of course. But the problem with the Colts, why they're here, is because also there's a rating for a one side of the ball that is like tremendous. Then the quarterback, we're all in the same spot. All these quarterbacks are in the same spot. This
They
is
should have a
it.
one.
This is
They
your
should have a
last
one for
year.
quarterback.
You know what I mean? Like
The
Dolphins,
only
Jags,
the
Colts. This
what
is
do you
it
give that quarterback wrong? What rating?
for the
No, they should
Colts.
have a two.
The
Give them a two.
Colts, I gave the
They should have a
Colts a
two.
3.
Okay, so the Titans need a one.
The
The
Titans,
only reason why they get a one is because
no.
Will Levis is
Only
still on their roster.
one. Only one team got a 1.
The Browns.
The Browns. The Titans got a
No,
3 because I don't
ain't no
know.
fucking way. No, I know. If
Cam
Will
Ward could
Levis
be
is on your
good,
roster,
but Cam Ward is going to be
so
the
could.
starter, and we don't know. That's why I was going to give him a 2, but I was like, I'll give him a 3 because he could be good.
So if Kenny Pickett was the Brown starters, would you still give him a three?
The Browns, if the Browns got a 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
I'm
right.
talking about the Titans. The Titans got a 3. Cam Ward has a 3. Not Will
And you
Levis.
gave
That's
the coach
a
you
3.
gave the coach a. Okay, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I put them in the
I don't
same.
know. Well, I feel like Will Levis automatic on your
Should
roster
be
automatically getting
give
it.
you a one. He might have to
Just
play,
like,
so you get a one. But he broke his collarbone. He's done. He's not playing this year.
yeah, I know. Good.
So
I
Dolphins.
mean, not good. He broke his
I know what you
collarbone.
mean.
Good that he's not playing.
Dolphins high upside offense. The defense is fucking garbage. I think they have the worst rated defense. No, Titans had the worst
I don't
rated
even think
defense.
their offense gonna be that good this
I
year.
don't think so either because they got a lot going on. Like Tua and Tyreek are beefing, and the coach is being weird about it. Like it's not great. Players to look for on the Dolphins. My number one player to look for on the Dolphins for the preseason. Not no funny shit. I'm laughing, but it's not. It's legitimate. Quinn Ewers is my Dolphins player to watch for the preseason because if Tua's brain gets turned into banana pudding one more time, him or Zach Wilson is gonna start, and I would rather go
Oh
with
my
Quinn
God,
Ewers
Zach
and see what I
Wilson.
got.
Yeah. All right, you already know Zach Wilson
That's my point.
and
Think
and
about
Will
what's.
Levis. Those two, I just do not. I just can't stand it. But if Quentin Ewers get put into that offense, it does kind of fit the
That's my
Texas type of
point. That's why
scheme.
I said
Like,
he's the guy
hey,
I'm looking for. Because if he
you get
shines in
speed receivers
preseason,
around him.
ooh,
You put the speed around him.
hey, you ain't got to do
McDaniel's just
nothing. Just hand the ball to A
hey
Chain,
hey.
throw some little bullshit, and get out of there. Just don't throw picks. That's it. Don't throw picks.
But now that he's not a Texas quarterback no more, I fuck with Quinn. But I gotta be real. We've seen him against top defenses. What?
Okay. But wait. The reason he's my preseason player to watch, can he be worse than Zach Wilson right now? It can't be like worse. I don't
No,
think he's.
no.
Yeah.
I ain't never gonna. I ain't never. You can pull up every stat in the book. He ain't never gonna be worse than Zach Wilson. Will Levis to me, like you don't ever bring that to the table. Like I ain't gonna accept it.
Oh, that's funny, bro. Fuck.
Zach Wilson. Lord
Okay.
have mercy.
The Dolphins, I don't know, they're fucked. They didn't really add nothing. The draft is like mostly defensive players, and so it's just Bradley Chubb, Minka Fitzpatrick, and then Jalen Phillips was cool. Inside linebacker. Jalen Phillips was really good. Not really good, but he's good. Other than that, it's nobody. So then basically we're asking like a very mediocre, probably below average offensive line, and then Tyreek, Waddle, A Chain. Not really good in the backups area. And that's kind of it. And then we're just hoping
It's the
Tua
thing.
doesn't let his
Hurt.
brains get turned into cherry pie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just can't let his brains get turned to peach cobbler. That's it. Don't let your brains get turned into mush, Tua. Just throw this shit away, get out the game, or Zach Wilson's gonna start. Jags. The Jags on paper
We already know who the
offensively should be
is.
good,
Right.
but they're probably
We,
not
we
gonna
already
be
know who the
good.
player is to watch is Travis Hunter.
No,
So
I
everybody,
shied away from first round picks. I don't really have any first round because he's
oh,
not gonna play.
the Danny, now Brown, the receiver. I want to see what he does.
Now that's the thing. The wide receiver room is gonna have to carry the Jags. Brian Thomas Jr.,
Brian Thomas.
Travis Hunter, Diami Brown. That's solid. Brenton
Yeah,
Strange is tight end.
that's when you start. They need a tight end. They should have went and got Noah Fent if he was available.
Yeah.
Like
Offensive line, not great.
no,
But then you get to the defense, and the defense is pretty solid. Like the defensive line group is crazy. Josh Allen, the defensive
the
end,
other
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen.
Eric
Right,
Armstead is now an
right.
interior lineman. Trayvon Walker is their other end.
hmm
Aluakun is their one of their inside linebackers. Devin Lloyd is the other one. Solid. The problem where it falls apart is the corners.
Corners.
Jerry and Jones, Eric Murray, Darnell Savage, Tyson Campbell, Jordan Lewis. Yeah.
Not not terrible,
Yeah. I gave the defense a
but they
6, and I gave the offense a
yeah
5. And a lot of
makes
that is
sense.
the receiver room is like a 7.5. So they picked that up a lot. Or it'd be way lower. It'd probably be like a 4 on offense.
This that type of team, regardless of how low they are, is make or break off their quarterback.
Yeah, because see, that's the thing too. Like your best group on your team is the receivers. The quarterback has to play great for the receivers to be great. So now you're in a
Right.
fucked up spot.
Because if the defense is decent enough, and then the receiver group is good. Running
Yep,
backs, if I'm not mistaken, they got Bigsby.
yep.
It's not a ETN.
ETN and Bigsby, that's the 1 and 2. I didn't feel
Yeah,
great about that, but it's not terrible. It's
but
like
it's decent
5.
enough
Yeah.
if you have a quarterback you paying almost $300 million to,
Yep.
and a good receiving group, and a decent. He should be able to at least make it to the playoffs and show us what they can do. Second
Yeah.
round of the playoffs with a team like let's just like
The offensive line is where it gets sketchy too. Like that's
I
where
get it, but if you paying somebody $300 million, they should know how to
you got to
navigate
work
that.
around it. Yeah. But that's why they're in the trust of pride. Hey, it's been 5 years. You got to figure it out now. Tua, it's been 5 years, 6 years, whatever. You got to figure it out now. Let's get.
Hey, how about fuck this nigga done threw another fucking pick?
Damn.
Kyle Allen. He's starting off where he ended.
Don't
Like,
thanks. Let's get to
but
the last 2 tiers real quick.
uh,
So, so
that's two tiers of teams.
last 2 tiers, 4 teams. We can go
Uh,
quick because they're bad teams.
Good.
The fifth tier is called "We Miss Obama."
That's the last time they was good, huh?
That's the last time they was good. It was 2008 through 2015. It's the Jets and the Patriots. At least the Patriots have something to look forward to. They have Drake May. The Jets, you got I forgot
That new
buddy
coach,
name.
Aaron Glenn.
Damn, what Justin
Justin
Fields.
Fields got
Justin
hurt.
Fields. He got hurt. Oh man.
Didn't he get hurt?
I,
I
I,
seen it.
I
Yeah,
didn't even
he
look.
got carted off the field like a week ago.
So now you're
I don't know
really
exactly what it was, but he got hurt though.
see they praying for Obamacare to come back. That's yeah, that's
Yeah,
rough.
I was sad to see it because I was high on Justin Fields to the Jets. That was
Jets,
my
I gave the offense a 2. The Jets
that
and
makes
the
sense.
Patriots both are the lowest rated offenses with a 2.
I mean, Brees Hall can't carry a team,
Because
and
let's
then
let's go.
offense. The Patriots have no receivers. Stephon Diggs, 32, about to be 33 by the end of the year, is your number one,
Yeah,
and they number one running back is a rookie, Travion Henderson, which is the player to watch.
that I have him
Uh,
on my player to watch because he's gonna be if he's
the
good,
offense.
they'll actually have some shit to look forward to on offense, like a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, and then it just gets weird. Alan Lazar is still on the team. Josh Reynolds. We know the offensive line is trash, and they got slightly worse probably.
I'm sorry. I after I heard Alan Lazar and Josh Reynolds, I was just like over talking about their offense.
Defensively though, Will McDonald the fourth, really good season last year. Derek Nottie
hmm
is on the Jets now, next to Quentin Williams. That's pretty solid.
Okay, okay.
Quincy Williams, the linebackers is a little okay, whatever. And then Sauce Gardner, depending on how you feel about Sauce Gardner, kind of props the defense up. I gave the defense a 7 because the defensive line, I feel like that was a high. They were pretty high. I think I gave that an 8. Will McDonald, Noddy, Quentin Williams, Jermaine Johnson, but he's out. So just rotate at the other defensive end spot. I gave that like an 8, which was like second to the Steelers, who I had a 9. But yeah, there's Jets. They miss Barack Obama. They missed
Yeah.
2012. They wanted to be 2011 again when they went to the playoffs and all this other shit. Patriots.
Mm.
Um, Patriots fans are delusional, and I'm just tired of hearing about the hope that they have for Drake May. I don't know if you've watched some Patriots games, but I've watched some Patriots games, and I didn't really see a lot of flashes from Drake May that I felt like, he can be really good next year. I never really got that. Did you? Like, how do you feel about
Uh,
Drake May?
I think he's decent. I think they're a team to watch. I don't think they're gonna be as bad as people think. Do I think they're gonna? I think they could if some of the top teams don't show up. Like teams over them,
Mm-hmm.
like a couple tiers over them, don't take the step that we think they are. The
Yeah.
Patriots could be in that role to where
Yeah.
we look up week
Chargers,
12 and
Raiders,
oh damn,
Bengals,
we look
Dolphins.
up
Yeah.
week 12 and the Patriots is ironically
Second
tied
in
for
the
the
AFC
seventh seed.
East. Yeah.
It's just like, wait, the Patriots is tied for the seventh seed, and all they got to do is win the next three out of the last five, and they in the playoffs. Like,
Yeah.
I can see that.
The
Like, so,
the only problem I have is the wide receivers. Like, if you take
yeah, they have no
if you
receivers.
take
You,
Diggs
you
out,
can't, yeah,
what are we
you
doing,
can't pair a young receiver, a young quarterback like that with any receivers that. That's the only thing is
bro?
like Drake May has to be way better than we even expect for
For
this
them to
to
be
be a
good, yeah, decent.
yeah. This ain't how about this? This ain't 26-year-old Stephon Diggs helping out a young Josh Allen.
No,
This is a 32-year-old Stephon Diggs helping out, and then I don't think Drake May is as good as Josh Allen was.
no,
I don't
no.
think
I
he
don't think
had
so
that
either.
type
Nah,
of tapped in potential type thing.
mm-mm.
So it's just like it's kind of
Like a watered down version of that.
well.
Well, and the tweet that went out today when I looked up the training camp stuff, they were saying Mac Hollins was the number one receiver. He was the starting X at training camp today because Diggs got
Matt
hurt.
Hollins.
Mac Hollins is their number one receiver.
Why ain't they going to get like one of these 30-year-olds and trust to
They
see if they
did.
can do anything? Like
They did. They got Diggs.
no, none of that one. Like somebody and the one that don't think they still worth $35 million a year or whatever the
Who?
hell. Like it's the free
Odell?
agency part. Anybody who wants the veteran minimum at this point, go sign four veteran minimum quarterbacks. Or receivers. I don't know. I don't even know who available. But shit, they could have got Hunter Winfro. They love those short white dudes. Then like
I think he's out. Is he out of the league?
somebody just signed him. I thought.
I thought he was out the league already. Yeah, bro. He's been out the league for 2 years. he ain't
I
played
thought he
since
just got signed.
he ain't played since 2023. I think something happened with him.
Uh,
Yeah. No, he did. He is playing some. He's practicing somewhere. The Panthers. Okay.
yeah, I know. I know.
Uh,
Well, I was watching the fucking YouTube or TikTok or somebody had. I was like, Hunter Winfro back in the league, and he was cooking a corner. I'm like, damn.
bro, whoa, that's crazy. Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Gabriel. There's no way these. What? Keenan Allen is not a free agent.
Yeah, he is.
Keenan Allen, Allen Robertson. No. Amari
He now
Cooper.
is it.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Gabe Davis, Nelson Aguilar, Tyler Boyd, Chris Conley.
Bro, look, they could go get a whole receiving group off of them. That's
Yeah,
better than what they got.
Amari Cooper, Gabe Davis. I feel like you're doing pretty good right there.
Well, they can go get Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, and Gabe Davis, or Amari Cooper. Yeah, Amari Cooper, Gabe Davis.
How is
They got,
Gabe Davis not signed?
I don't know. This league kind of weird, man. They probably want more money
Yeah.
since the receiving market is so hot. They probably want more money than teams are willing to pay them.
Yeah, it says his previous contract was 13 million last year with the Jags. That's crazy. He really went from the scariest receiver on the Bills 2 years ago to just he's not in the league during training camp. That's fucking sick,
Dropping four touchdowns against the Chiefs in the
bro.
play in the to now you ain't on the roster.
In 2 years, in a summer and in 1.5 years, basically, you went from doing that to this. This league is crazy, man. This league is crazy as hell. That's why it's fun.
Or people really don't realize how much a system and a coach can really scheme the
Makes a
way, or a quarterback can really
yeah,
makes a real difference.
yeah.
Like
Last two teams. The last tier is the race to number one. The race
Who
to
gonna get Archie?
Browns, Titans. I have the Titans last and the Browns second to last.
That makes sense. If these wasn't your last two teams, I was gonna have problems with it. Like, I
That was
mean,
it. Yeah. You look at the rosters, it's just a bunch
I
of
don't have.
fucking
Yeah,
nonsense.
I don't have much to say about neither team. Like, I don't. Who am I willing? Who am I wanting to watch the preseason? I don't think there's
It was,
enough
oh,
games to
so
watch
easy.
five quarterbacks.
It's only
Like,
two that they're going to play a lot. Dylan Gabriel versus Shador. That's the first one I wrote down was Browns quarterbacks battle for preseason. Is going to be
Kenny
much
Pickett.
watched
Well, like we
TV.
said,
Kenny Pickett too. I
he's
wrote
not gonna
Browns
play.
quarterbacks.
Kenny Pickett's barely gonna play, and they're gonna cut him. Like Kenny Pickett should not be on.
So it's going to be Shador versus Dylan Gabriel. It's going to be a real. That preseason battle is going to be fun because they're going to play a lot. Those two are going to
Yeah,
play all
and because the
preseason.
owner just came out and said, "Hey, I don't call the shots, but Kenny Pickett and I mean I can Gillen Gabriel and Shador is on the roster and they will
Mm-hmm.
play, but I don't call the shots.
Yeah.
Just
But
to let y'all know.
I also before we start wrapping up, the Colts I forgot to mention the Colts have the second highest rated offensive group. I've seen this because one of my players to watch is Riley Leonard
Okay,
because he would be the
okay.
third. He's gonna play a lot of preseason, and I think he might be able to sneak into the backup spot over Daniel Jones. He's basically a carbon copy of Daniel Jones, big white guy that could run. He's probably
Riley Leonard from the quarterback
from
from
Notre Dame.
Duke. Oh, Notre Dame,
Duke,
Notre
he
Dame.
he did play for Duke. Then when they was calling him White Vic when he played for Duke, and then he transferred to
Right.
Notre
Yeah,
Dame
then went to
last
Notre
year.
Dame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think he might fuck around and start for the Colts. Like I think he's gonna move up to the second string over Daniel Jones, and then I think if anything happens with Anthony Richardson, they're gonna throw him in. As long as Riley Leonard looks great in the preseason, I think he's gonna end up being the backup for the Colts. But
I can see that.
I just want to point out the the offense for the Colts again because I forgot to do this. They've got a top 10 offensive line. So let's start there.
Okay.
Tight end. They drafted Tyler Warren, the kid from Penn State.
From Penn State, yeah. The Switch Army knife.
Yes. They also still have Mo Alley Cox and Jelani Woods.
Okay.
So you got three legitimate receiver tight ends. Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, Josh Downs is solid. A.D.
Yeah,
Mitchell is the fourth
AD.
receiver.
Right.
Jonathan Taylor, back healthy. Back with a contract and healthy. Khalil Herbert is your backup.
They got a good, but who's getting them the ball?
That's the problem.
That is the big problem.
That's the problem. And then,
You either got Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, or we banking on Riley Leonard.
yeah, it's not good. So they had a 7.5 on offense. It's the second highest rated offense next to the Chargers, and them are tied. But then the defense for the Colts is not great. And the quarterback situation is much worse. But I could see if there's a world where Anthony Richardson decides I'm going to play like a top 3 draft pick, there's a world where the Colts shoot up the same way you're talking about the Jags. But yeah. The AFC South is so sad though. Just think about that.
Yes, that.
There's a version of this where the Texans also have a bad year, and we're looking at an NFC South
And it's
situation.
I'm saying it's the NFC South, AFC South. Like 8 wins get you to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're looking at a team that's not 500 is like the division winner.
Yeah, I can see
And
that.
then-
I've said that a plenty of
And
times.
then a
But
team like the fucking Bengals, who's like the second team in their division with 11 wins.
there'll be 11 and 5, 11 and 6, and they like you gonna make it in,
You gotta
buddy.
play an 8-team, or no, I'm just saying like you a 12 win team and you gotta go play 8 and 9 Texans. because they won the division, and that's it. And you were
Yeah.
fighting for your life to sneak into the playoffs with 12
And I'm
wins.
really up waiting, and I'm really up pre-gaming for this game just so it could be over at halftime. Yeah, I
Yep,
know.
yep. Sad.
Yeah, guess what? If the Bengals is 12-4, 4-5, and Texas only won 8 games, guess what? That's gonna be the early game, everybody,
Yeah, boy,
in the playoffs. Just to let everybody, they're not gonna put that on a Saturday night.
that
Like,
shit gonna be sick. But I feel like that was a good. So we'll again for people watching, we're gonna do this same similar setup for the NFC next week, and then the week after that we'll have actual preseason games in the book after next week. So the next pod
yeah,
will drop, and then that weekend actual preseason games will be played, and then we'll be able to come back the next week and start kind of tinkering. Maybe
really
we'll
talking our shit.
do some rankings. Maybe we'll start just, hey, what's the hottest take you can think of type shit. We might start coming. That's when the fireballs start coming. Once preseason gets going and you're watching fucking 8 hours of 9 hours of football one day because
Hmm.
you just say, hey, I ain't got nothing to do. It's football on finally. Fuck it. You start getting one of those
Yeah,
days like, hey, it's here. College. It's time. We're here. The NFL season is back. I'm excited. I know you're excited. I hope everybody watching this is excited because it's time to get going. And then October, basketball comes back. Oh, you got any WNBA takes you want to sneak in before we go? Anything?
no, I actually haven't been watching as much lately.
I just want Angel Reese.
Nothing like.
Like I'm happy that Angel Reese has stepped up her scoring. That's it. That's all I want to put out there. Just not
It's
being
not
bad.
10 and 15 games. It's more like 20, 20 plus and 13
Yeah.
with more assists as well.
Yeah, and that when we talk about that of like pass the fucking ball, that I think that
Yeah,
alone cleared up a lot of the problems with her. Like, don't shoot into a triple team after your third rebound. Just kick it out. And she's been doing that. Pretty cool. Everybody been hurt though, and now they're
and the whole WNBA too. Everybody's just sitting. Peyton Clark been hurt like a motherfucker too.
yeah half the
Like,
damn season. But yeah, WNBA has kind of been a little dull this year. I think they leaned a little bit too much into the pay us thing, and then people got a little
yeah, it did.
disinterested, and everybody's
It was
hurt.
like,
You fucked it up a little bit. you
now
fucked.
you got girls out there trying to hurt each other just to get views. It
Yeah,
was
one
like,
of these weeks we're gonna have to deep dive back into our college sports NIL bag because people are starting to come around to where we were last probably December, where we were just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, just be an amateur league. Like, what is happening? The people are starting to Trump, the fucking president, started actually talking about that. Of like, hey, what the fuck? What are we doing? Like, do we need to make some laws to fix like how much you can pay these guys? And I think we're inching closer into some shit we was talking about. Where like, we might as well make this shit a separate league. Make this shit a separate league, a super league with two giant 32 team conferences,
yeah.
and just because it's over with.
I mean, I've always said I always said they low key be watching our shit, just dumping on.
We just
Cause
ahead. We're just like one step ahead of the thinking. Because last year people were like, "Oh, the players are getting paid. Like this is amazing." And it was like, "Well, do you think the seventh best SEC team's quarterback should make $15 million more than some starting NFL quarterbacks are right now? Like that guy's making more than Sam Darnold, and he's playing on fucking Vanderbilt. Like what is going on? I don't
You got the
understand.
top recruit at BYU about to come in and make $8 million
Yeah,
for a
like
year
why is
because it's
old
like,
Mrs. quarterback making $10 million? Like what are we doing here?
and that man ain't even getting drafted.
Yeah, he about to win 7 games. Like he's gonna get paid crazy. But yeah, we'll have to do a little deep dive into that too coming up soon. Maybe when the college season starts in 3 weeks, because that'll be in between the preseason and all that. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And it's late. We out.
Peace.